Hey, it's Jason. I'm at the Arizona Coyotes game, and you're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. We're back for another report card video. This time we're talking about the Arizona Coyotes. A very interesting year because on paper I think they were a lot better than they turned out to be. Unfortunately, now it's an interesting team because for the first half of the season they were absolutely garbage. But for the last half of the season, they've actually played pretty well. And they've come a long way. It might not seem that with the numbers, but it really shows if you look at the numbers from the last 3 months. Like, they've really played solid hockey, and it's so good to see, honestly. So in this series, I'll go through the stats from last year, which you'll see on this side, the stats from this year, which you'll see on this side. Those that are in green are improvements. Those that are in red are not improvements. I'm going to talk about the players on the team, how many points they got, the goals, and then I have some points to talk about at the end of the video. If you're not familiar with the other videos that I've done in this series, I'll just quickly explain. I'm doing this video, or this series, on some of these teams before the season ends because I don't have enough time to film them all when the season ends and before the playoffs. So some of these numbers will change a little bit. Sorry I have to say that every video for those who keep watching all of these, but I do have to say it in case new people see this for the first time. Okay, so league rank, we'll start with there at the top there. 27th last year, 29th this year. It seems bad, and it is bad, but like I said, they've come a long way, like a serious long way since the start of the season. 70 points last year, 70 points this year. That'll change a little bit. Actually, if they win their last 2 games, I think they can go to 74, or if they have 1 game left, then that, I think, brings them up 3 spots, hypothetically, if those other teams lose their last couple of games. So that number could definitely change. Same with the rank. They could go up to 26, I think, or something. Goals for, 191 last year, 206 this year, so an improvement. Goals for ranked 27th last year, 29th this year. Goals against last year, 258 this year, 248. An improvement as of now, but that could change depending on how many goals get scored upon them before their season ends. Goals against rank last year, 28th. Goals against rank this year, 22nd. Differential last year was a -63. This year, -45. Improvement there. Differential rank last year, 29th. This year, 28th. Power play percentage last year, 16.2. 17.2 this year. Last year, that had them in 26th. This year, they're in 25th. Penalty kill, 77.3%. 79.8. An improvement there. Penalty kill rank, 27th to 17th this year. Shots per game, 27.8, 29.9 this year. That ranked them 29th last year and 29th this year. Shots against per game, 34.1 last year, 32.3 this year, an improvement there as well. Shots against per game rank, 29th last year, 20th this year. Face-off percentage last year, 48%. This year, 47.7, pretty much the same. And then the rank for that last year was 24 and 28 this year. So you look down the list, you see a lot of green, a lot of improvements in almost every single category. There's only a few that aren't improvements, and like I said, when you look at these numbers without watching some of the games the Arizona games over the past 2 or 3 months, it looks bad. But if I know you can agree with me, if you've watched any Arizona games in the past month, even just the past month, even the past 2 weeks, if you've watched any Arizona, they've actually played really great hockey. Antti Raanta is standing on his head. I think they're 6-3-1 in their last 10. That's not an amazing. 6-3-1 in their last 10. That's not an amazing record, but it is, for them, it's pretty good hockey. If you look at the players, we have Clayton Keller, who came out of nowhere basically this year, 65 points. Stepan, 56. Domi, 45. Ekman Larsson, 42. Dvorak, 37. Goligoski, 35. Fisher, 33. Perlini, 30. Is that how you say his name? Connaughton, 21. Demers, 20. Cousins, 19. And Panik, 19. A little asterisk next to Panik, or Panik, however you want to pronounce it. He's only played 34 games because he was in that trade with Anthony Duclair, and they kind of swapped spots. So he's only played 34 games with Arizona. He's got 19 points. If you put that, I mean, if you played the entire year, if you played 80 games with or up to 80 games or 81, whatever they're at with Arizona. You could probably see him in the 35 to 40 range, probably a little bit more than that. So that puts him in the top 5 on the team for points, which is exactly where he should be. I do think he'll probably fit in well there. That trade was still a little funky to me, but I'm okay with it. So Keller's got 23 goals. He's the only player on the team with more than 20 goals. That's not good, but he's slamming the assists. He's got 42 assists. It seems to me like if they didn't have Keller, and I'm not even going to consider Clayton Keller a goal scorer. I'd like to see another year from before I consider him a goal scorer. Outside of him, what goal scorers do they have? I mean, I'm not talking about people who can score goals occasionally. I'm talking about a true goal scorer. Max Pacioretty, Alexander Ovechkin, Tarasenko, people like that who can know how to put the puck in the net consistently. Well, I can't really use Pacioretty and consistent in the same sentence, so I retract that statement. Ranta, let's talk some goalies. 46 games played, 21 wins, 16 losses, 2.24 goals against average, .930 save percentage. Those are not numbers from a team that's in, 29th position this year and only 70 points. You cannot blame this year on goaltending. If you want to blame it a little bit on backup goaltending, Kemper's played 10 games. He only has 2 wins, 6 losses, 3.22 goals against average, .899 save percentage. So drastic number change between Ranta and Kemper. And there were some trades as well. I can't remember if Louis Domingue got traded before the season or at the beginning of the season. But anyway, I'm a big fan of Ranta. That's why I thought that they were going to do so well this year. I think I was pretty bold with my preseason prediction. I think I predicted them to have 97 points and just sneak in the playoffs. I really thought it was their year. And if they had have played the same hockey that they've played in the past 2 or 3 months, in the first 2 or 3 months, that's how many points they would have. They would be in that range of 97. It's frustrating when I see that, but maybe next year. Hopefully next year. I'd really like to see some success out of Arizona because it would increase the fan base, it would increase ticket sales, and it would just be good for that division as well and that city. So I wish them all the luck for sure. Now on to the storylines I guess I have here. I've already talked about Ranta a little bit, but he did suffer some injuries this year, which was unfortunate. I think this is his last year of his contract. I think he was only signed for 1 year, so he's playing for a contract. I hope he gets it and stays in Arizona, actually. Rick Tocchet's his first year as coach. I don't think he has a lot of serious coaching experience other than this year. He is a former player, as we all know, or most of us know. He's a very good player. I don't want to blame the lack of success this season on his coaching style. I want to see another year. There's things that I've seen him do on the bench and things that I've seen him said which kind of irked me the wrong way, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and see another year of him and then make my decision on him firmly. The youngest GM in history of the NHL. He was 26 when he started. I think he's 28 now. I don't understand. 26-year-old and you're a GM of an NHL team. What was I doing when I was 26? Going to McDonald's and eating nuggets. That was the highlight of my year. And this guy's managing a hockey team in the NHL. I still can't even believe it. And I'm not saying he's doing a poor job. It's just a weird situation. Now they've got $16 million in cap space, and they've never been a team to really spend to the ceiling of the cap. $16 million is a lot of money. You could do a lot with $16 million. That's some pretty high quality players, not just one player. Players, plural. I don't know if the GM is being handcuffed by the owners and saying you can't spend that money. You need to do what you can with what you have. I'm wondering if he was allowed to use that money, what he would do. And if maybe he is allowed to use that money and he's just not willing to use it. I don't know. I don't work for the team. I'm not involved. I'm just talking about it. They've improved in almost every category. They're trending up. Like kind of already talked about it. They're trending up. I think next year is going to be pretty positive. It's so easy to tank. It's so easy to have that losing culture, that losing mentality. And they got rid of it in the past two or 3 months. They want to win, and they're winning, and they're playing good hockey. So kudos to them for sure. And still, they need a number one goal scorer, a true goal scorer. I've already talked about it. I always get ahead of myself on my notes because I know what I want to say in my head, and sometimes it doesn't match up with the timeline of my paper here. But that really wraps it up for this video. I honestly haven't got to watch a lot of Arizona this year. Probably only about 20 games. It's tough to watch West Coast games for me because I'm an hour ahead of East Coast. I'm at Atlantic time, so that's basically 4 hours behind me. So when a game starts at like 8 there, it's midnight here. So that doesn't get over till like 2:30. It's late, so I can't always stay up that late to watch games. But when they play East games, that's usually when against East Coast teams on the East Coast, that's when I usually get to watch them play. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys are watching lots of hockey. I'm going to do Edmonton next, and then a couple of other teams for the West, and I'm going to hop back over to the East and figure out what team I'm going to do. The season's not over yet. It looks like it's going to be Florida, but I'm not exactly sure. And then I'll hop back over to the West. Looks like it's going to be St. Louis. Don't know for sure. Could be Colorado. It's tight. It's exciting. It's going to be pretty fun. So, yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys are watching lots of hockey. Appreciate you sticking through this video and all these report card videos. I said this in the last video on Vancouver. It's a report card. I'm supposed to give a grade. I have been giving a grade in the thumbnail, but I haven't really been thinking about what the grade should be until after I've made the video. So I wouldn't really pay attention to the letter on the thumbnail. The words in the video are what's important to me. So just ignore the letter on the thumbnail, and you can create your own grade if you'd like. Tell me in the comments below. I would appreciate that. I would also appreciate if you could subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.